Darn cold to be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field.
Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Chicago Bears. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Another day's off.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Johnson. And now the rookie's free.
How about this? Racing to the end zone.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
84 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal.
Fields going to hold on to it.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face a 3rd down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Ritter. And complete to Drake London.
Yeah, he's corralled at the 40, but not really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 7.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Algier. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Algier again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They'll try to run with Algier.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now you'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now Fields. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. You talk about this Falcon defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bears have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now 3rd down and 7.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Ritter will set up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
On the set. Check field.
Running on first down, Eckler. There he goes, right side. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Eckler, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. Also let you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
On play action, Fields.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The Bears at 4-11 on the year. And they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And this is a team that has not shown much consistency during this losing streak, because they've never really looked like they've been ready to play. You question their motivation. You wonder what's going on with them. And I'll have a PhD in psychology, but the body language, it's awful.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
93 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Just a breakdown there defensively. It looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's not a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw. That's a huge play.
Right, 97.
On play action, here's Ritter.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Eckler. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ritter fires quickly out wide.
Touchdown! Kyle Pitts from 8 yards out.
And the Falcons are able to stretch out their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Big tackle for loss by D'Angelo Malone. Just an excellent play.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Koo for the extra point.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss.
Here we go.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Here we go, son.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Fields now to throw. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Over the middle, complete. That's Patterson. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Ready.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Double 38. Ready.
Ritter back to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready.
To the air again, it's Ritter.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, cross field.
Eckler now between the tackles. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
He's going to go up top again.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Okay,
About
ready?
set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Smash.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Set. Ready.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Let's go.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6.
62 blaster. Check pink.
Once more, here's Eckler. Oh, nice move. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Ready.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter.
Steps away.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. He's into space past the 25.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Come on, set.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
2nd and 9. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 22 now, here's the second down and 9. Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Fields on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lewis. First target, first catch, and a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
This ball down the field for Pitts.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Up the middle with Eckler. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Fight 60.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Eckler with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about it.
Here we go, son.
On 1st down, Fields completes a Mooney on the slant.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 5.
Extend.
Out of the gun, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. From 17 yards out. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Now a give running left is Eckler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. But now he appears to be in some pain. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll run for it with Algier. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. His throw incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Ran it last time, now Fields to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first and 10, here's Fields. Flushed out right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Noah Sewell there to make that play defensively. Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll run again here with Robinson.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ridder to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Ridder headed right off the option.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know